Welcome back to the channel, and to the new viewers, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it.
But most importantly, she is agreeing and admitting that she is the cause of the stab wound that Mr. Obumsile received.
Onlyfans model Courtney Clenney faces the music in the stabbing death of her boyfriend more than 4 years after she killed him.
My boyfriend's blood is all over.
Christian Obumsile's family addressing the killer.
No family should ever have to go through what the Obumsile had to go to.
But Courtney's lawyer and her parents say she is the victim despite the guilty plea.
This sentence today speaks volumes about the quality of the state's case against Courtney.
I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Courtney Clenney has been in jail for exactly 4 years. Her career as an Onlyfans model brought to a screeching halt after she stabbed her boyfriend, Christian Toby Obumsile, to death. The Onlyfans model had faced a murder charge in the stabbing of Christian. There was never a question that Courtney caused Christian's death, but it was how and why it happened that was at issue. Now, Courtney has changed her plea from not guilty to that murder charge to guilty, but she's not pleading guilty to murder. She's going to prison, but not for as long as you might think. Before I get to Courtney's plea and her sentence, let's look back at the body-worn camera footage from that day.
Courtney Clenney sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty to manslaughter in her boyfriend's 2022 death. She stabbed this man to death and she only gets to spend 6 years in prison. Are you kidding me? Justice was not served in this case. The judge and some of the jurors are probably on her list of her OnlyFans. So all I have to do is stab somebody to death, admit that I did it, and act like I'm insane and not stable to get sentenced to slap on the wrist. Got it. The least she's supposed to get after taking her ex-boyfriend's life should be 20 years. Courtney got away with it. There was no need for her to get arrested. She should have been free the whole time then with a sentence like that. Her family and lawyer saying she's the victim needs to be studied. When she was caught on video camera, on several occasions abusing that man. Through those abuse, he ended up losing his life. Christian lost his life 3 times, one from Courtney, from the court system, and from black women saying that he deserved it because he dated a white woman. Imagine being the parent and relative of Christian and hearing this after his death. His story keeps getting sadder and sadder. Which qualities of the state case against her is her lawyer talking about? The state did not do their job. That is why she will be walking free in 2 years. OnlyFans is not a career, by the way. She's a prostitute. There, I fix it.
You can get up right now. Why you have to keep him upright? I just want to keep him upright. Get up right now. Mommy, go home. What happened?
It was April 3rd, 2022, when police went to the condo Courtney Clenney shared with Christian Obumsile. Courtney had stabbed Christian during one of their many, many arguments, and police body-worn cameras were rolling.
No, I can't let this, okay? Wait, it wasn't. Guys,
Relax.
Why? No, guys.
Relax.
Boss, what's going on? Hey, you good? What do you have?
Relax.
What are you doing from? Go.
Guys, please.
Relax. Sit down.
Here. Okay.
Sit down.
Just let me.
Sit down.
Okay. Baby, come here. Just sit down.
Courtney Clenney had stabbed Christian Obumsile at their condo.
Homicide's the one responding for DV.
Wait, is he dead? Is he dead?
Sit down.
Sit down.
Okay, no, I'll sit down. I just you scared me.
Sit down.
He's not dead, is he?
We don't. No, they're taking him to the hospital right now.
He's in the hospital right now.
I need to be at the hospital with him.
You're not going anywhere.
Why?
Because we're conducting an investigation.
It was I was self-defense. My mom was on the phone.
You're okay. Well, listen, the detectives are coming. You're gonna talk to them, and then you're gonna explain your side.
But I'm gonna be covered in blood. I look crazy. I was holding him while he was spurting blood, trying to stop the blood.
Okay. So you guys started arguing. Then what happened?
Threw me against the wall. Choked me. You're looking like this. He's never choked me to where it's crazy stuff. But I couldn't breathe. Okay. Then he put me on the.
So he throws you against the wall.
Then he put me on the ground, choked me. That's happened 2 other times.
Did he tell you anything? Did he say anything?
Like that kind of face, where I was really scared and I was trying to get him off of me and he wouldn't get off. Then he gets off. Then I called my mom.
Okay.
And then I went into the other room and I was talking to her and I was crying and saying like something is happening. I don't know what's going on with Christian. and I was just like crying, whatever. And then like I went to the kitchen, and he started like charging at me, and I said like, I'm gonna like throw this at you, and he goes, do it. And then he charged me, and threw, but he was far away, and I never in a million years like I'm
He threw
scared.
a statue at you?
No, it was the knife. I said like I was just holding it to be like, please don't come anywhere near me, basically.
How many more evidence that they needed to convict her for murder? All the evidence was there. They had to put the video in black because she was covered with blood. Bro saw all this craziness and decided to stay with her. Just madness. I need to be at the hospital with him. Ma'am, you are on a crime scene that you just admitted to stabbing your boyfriend. Police investigation is starting now. Even if it's self-defense, that still doesn't give you the right to take somebody's life. There are ways to handle all of that. One would be to call the cops like she did after stabbing him. That man was way bigger than her. If he charges at her, she would be easily crushed by him. In his mind, y'all was having a normal argument and you took it to the extreme, Courtney. Courtney initially maintained she acted in self-defense, claiming she threw a kitchen knife at Christian from across the room during a domestic dispute. However, investigators and the Miami-Dade medical examiner heavily disputed her account, concluding that the deep, downward trajectory of the knife wound was entirely inconsistent with a thrown weapon. Prosecutors additionally produced a history of domestic disturbances, including elevator surveillance footage and audio recordings that depicted Courtney as the primary physical aggressor. With all these evidence, even with the plea deal, 25 to life would be justice.
She called her mom before calling 911, and more evidence came to light showing that Courtney was often abusive toward Christian. The case has gone on for years and was expected to go to trial, until it didn't.
In anticipation of this plea, the state has filed an amended information charging the defendant with 1 count of manslaughter with a deadly weapon. It is a first-degree felony, punishable up to 30 years in state prison. That changes her guideline score from what it was to now 124.5 months in state prison, up to 30 years in state prison. I am passing up the written plea agreement that is signed by not only the state, the defendant, but also all of her attorneys. Major part of this, Judge, is that she's pleading guilty to this amended information, to the charge that was announced just now. There's a factual proffer that's a part of this plea agreement. We're going to ask Your Honor to read it. She will be agreeing to that factual proffer, but most importantly, she is agreeing and admitting that she is the cause of the stab wound that Mr. Obumsile received, and then that she is taking criminal responsibility for her actions. As part of this plea agreement, the state is willing to accept her plea. We've discussed this at length with the next of kin and certainly with Mr. Hanfield. And certainly when there's any agreement, no one is happy at the end of this, and we understand that. But the agreement that the state is willing to accept is that the defendant would be adjudicated guilty. She'll be sentenced to 6 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of reporting probation. As part of her probation, she must complete a mental health evaluation and treatment.
She called her mom first before calling for help. If that doesn't show that she wanted that man dead, I don't know what will. They had time to plan out everything before she called the cops. It is disgusting with all that evidence, and that's the best they could do for that family that lost their son. If he was the one to take her life, they would have given him life. She intentionally murdered that man and got manslaughter. The common denominator between all these entitled psychopaths is an enabling parent. Her mother stood by her, knowing that her daughter took that man's life. 6 years is not enough. The justice system needs to be completely redone. Murder needs far more harsher punishment so others can think twice before going down that road. Justice can hold someone accountable, but it can never replace a life that was taken. Remembering the victim matters. My heart goes out to Christian Obumsile's family. I have seen people get more time for selling weed, just saying. Okay, family, I'm all out, guys. See you all in the next video. If you enjoy this video or this video caused you to think, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and hype this video. Stay focused.